Okay, today we are going to discuss about filters. There are different kinds of filters in Tableau, and there are different ways of using it also. Okay, so just this is the list. We can use we can apply filters using headers, marks, or there are different things. Dimensional filtering is one way. Applying measures on filtering on measures will be a bit different, and we will be handling date filters in a different way, like that. And there is quick filter, and we can we can share the filters across the sheets within a workbook. And there are data source filters and context filters and extract filters. So these are different kinds. We'll go through each of them. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm using this saved data source as part of yesterday or day before yesterday's class. We have created this data source, right? I'm using that. Okay, once I click on that, so this is my workspace. Now let us start with some view. I will take sales for each subcategory. Okay, now let me save this workbook. Okay, so here, as we discussed earlier, see, I can click the headers. Okay, uh, holding on control, I can click multiple. I can select multiple headers, and on the tooltip there is an option for me: keep only or exclude. Right?
So yeah, so we can this is a bar chart
Yeah.
using components,
Hmm.
dimension and one measure,
Yeah.
and then we are able to using headers we are able to select those bars.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
I can filter. Keep only.
So how did you get this filter? You right clicked on the mouse, or how did
No,
this thing
I
come
just
up?
hold control, and then uh, see, hold control and select headers.
Okay.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
I can exclude.
Okay. So you need to hover the mouse on these
Not hold.
selected headers.
No, no. Yeah, yeah. On the selected elements, if I hover the mouse, I will have options. See.
Okay, yeah,
So,
I was just wondering how did you get that options?
okay. Okay. See. I'm removing it again. Select,
Okay,
and then keep only or exclude. If you say keep only, only these three will be available. If you say exclude, these three will be
okay,
excluded. Rest of the subcategories will be available.
okay,
Okay. So
okay,
let me use keep only. Okay. Then let us go through another this thing. So that's about using headers. We can use headers and apply filters. Uh, we can choose to retain them, or we can choose to exclude them, either way. And that particular field will be placed on the filter shelf, and particular I mean those these were dimension values are filtered. Okay, that is about using
okay,
headers. And let us take other way. I mean, here in this case, we have headers, but sometimes we may not have headers also. That time, what you can do is you can choose marks. The same way, you can hold on, you can press Control and choose multiple marks, and same way you can say keep only or exclude. Okay, so let me show you something else. Okay, now I have marks, I don't have headers. See, it is an axis, right? Now what I can
okay,
do,
yeah,
I can select in particular marks, and I can say keep only.
Okay. So
Okay,
we can use even in the scattered plot.
yeah, these are marks, right? Instead of bars, these are
Yeah.
another circles. Both are
Yes.
marks. Either it is bar or circle, it is a mark. So you can select
It's a
mark
mark.
and you can select, or you can choose to keep them or exclude them.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you can uh, filter out the dimension elements using marks also. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
okay, let us go through some other option. So, I mean, these are, you can apply filters on the view elements. So, let's say you want to use filter like, okay. Now, if you want to apply filter on subcategory, uh, maybe you can choose those elements. You can choose those headers, or you can choose marks. Either way you can do, and you can apply filters. Let us say you have to filter on category instead of subcategory. In this case, it is applying filters on subcategory, right? It is adding filters, subcategory filter to subcategory dimension to filters shelf. Now, if you want to apply filter on category, what do you say? You can choose category and drop it into filters. Okay, and there will be a pop-up. It is called filter dialog box, and there are multiple options for it. Let us go through each of the options. So let's say I want to choose only technology category. I can choose only technology category and say okay, it will show me only subcategories from technology category. Or what I
Okay.
can do is I can exclude technology category. I can select technology and say exclude.
Okay.
So it will show me subcategories from remaining categories other than technology.
Okay.
And edit filter, remove this, and I can do more things. This is general tab, so this is most frequently used tab, but there are more options for us. Let us say I want to, instead of selecting any particular value, I want to enter some custom values. See, what I can do is I can type in and I can say add this value. If this particular value is available, it will filter out those subcategories. Of course, it is not available, so there is no subcategory with this one, and I am removing it,
Uh,
right? And what I can do, I can, so let's say I will type the particular subcategory, particular category with the right spelling. Now it is there. So when you have more number of fields, or when you don't know the list of fields, when these options are not limited, when these are limited, it is okay. You can select, choose it from here. But when these options are not limited, you can enter the here using custom values. Like let's say if you take some websites, are you aware of OLX or Picker?
yes.
Okay, then
Quicker.
if you
Yes.
want to filter on those, if you want to select some goods, if you want to select some items, that list will be endless, right? And you don't know
Yes.
how many number of fields are there. So thus during those scenarios you can choose custom value list. Okay, this is
Okay.
okay. So then, so that is, those are the two options. Or you can, if there are more options, you can filter on here. Okay, you can search it here like this. So
Yeah.
it will be highlighted, right?
Mm.
So like that you can search it. If you want to use all of them, you can say use all. So in this case, there will be no filter value passed as part of the query. If you say use all, if you say select all,
Use all is nothing over there when you're clicking on use all.
yeah, there is nothing. See, I'm selecting all the values from this list and say all, right?
Okay.
Now also all the categories are there, but these three values are passed when I choose select from list and say all. When I say
Okay.
use all, that filter itself is not passed in this case. No value is passed. Okay,
Okay.
so
So is that selecting all or is that excluding all?
it is selecting all. So we are not
Okay.
applying any filter on this.
Yeah, I
Okay,
get that, but why is it not displaying all the field names? That's why I was
yeah,
wondering you if it is
because
selecting or excluding everything.
yeah, see, the thing is, now the dimension values are three, but let's say now I choose all. So these three values will be selected. Let's say tomorrow there is another dimension member added. That time it will not be selected in this case, but in this case it will be selected.
Okay, yeah,
So that
get
is
it.
the reason there is no value listed here.
So when you're using live as a connection,
Mhm.
and like every day there is a data, there's data that is being added and added and added, and
Hmm.
then there are rows and columns being added. In
Yeah,
that
yeah.
case, we need to use all, or we need to use select from the list.
Yeah, it depends again. I mean, the thing is, we will be using this select from list. I mean, if we use this only the current values, whatever values are available at the moment, those will be considered. If we use this, future values will be considered based on your scenario. Whether you want to consider future values or not, you can decide.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So custom value list that is of no use.
Yeah, it is like when there is this the number of values are unlimited. You cannot list them as a dimension table.
Okay.
Okay, if you can list them in a dimension table, then it is okay. If they are unlimited, you cannot, if you cannot process the values into dimension tables, then you have to choose custom value list.
Yeah, we need to just type whatever columns we need and then
Yeah,
use it.
that's it.
Okay.
Okay, if you have a specific values list in a dimension table, then you can use this.
Okay, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's clear.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yeah. So most of the time, if I say, I mean, you can get a doubt that if I say use all, what is the point of adding a filter, right? If I can use, I can say, I
Yes.
can select use all, or I can remove the category from filter shelf itself, isn't it? See, now it is showing all the categories. If I remove this also, it is showing all the categories. Then what is the advantage of this thing? Use all. Did you get that doubt?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So it is useful when you are using other tabs. See, there are other tabs, wildcard search, condition, top, like this. See, here wildcard search, you know, right? So let's say I want to figure out dimension members which are starting with T. Okay, then I can say, I can type T and starts with. Now it will list me only,
Only the columns starting with T.
yeah. So that is nothing but technology, isn't it?
Okay.
Only so in that
Yes.
case, this you have to choose use all. So all the future values will be considered when you use wildcard. If you say select from
Oh,
list and all, future values will not be considered, right?
yes.
So that is the purpose of use all. Whenever you're using other
Okay.
tabs, you can say use all, or you can choose this one and use other tabs also. Let's say I want to search, I want to apply wildcard search only these two selected values, then also you can do.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so like that. So wildcard search as well as usual you have contains, starts with, ends with, exactly matches like this. So you know about these things, right? Contains means
Yes.
anywhere if this value is available, I mean,
Yes.
it considers that.
Yeah.
Starts with, ends with,
It consider.
exactly matches.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
have exclude, just like here selecting, you can exclude those values which are
It's
starting with T.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. So these are all basically the things that SQL do with the query, but we are doing it without using the query.
Yeah, internally it generates that query.
Internally, it's generating the same query.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and here there is a checkbox. So what does it mean is, if there is no value, consider all values. Include all values when
Include
empty.
all values when
When
empty.
empty. Yeah. When I say
What does
start
that
with
mean?
and it is empty and I don't check
Okay.
nothing, right? So what you can
Yeah.
do is include all values. When there is no value here, it will list all the values.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, like this.
Okay.
So you can apply both. See here, what I'm doing is starts with T. Okay, and say apply. Here, what I'm doing
Okay.
is uh, like this. So now here is the summary. So in selection, I have selected two of the three values, and there is wildcard search applied, and wildcard search string is starts with T. So
Yeah.
whatever conditions or whatever you have done across the tabs, you can verify at a summary at a single place, and if you want to modify that, you can modify that. If you click on this, it will navigate you to particular tab. So that's a shortcut. That's it. Not a big deal. Okay.
Mm.
And there are
Okay.
more options. So you understand general and wildcard, right? Do you have any questions so
Yes.
far?
No.
Okay. So there are more options. Let's say I'm removing that.
Condition.
I'm clearing off. Okay. And
Okay.
include all values. So I'm going to condition. So here I can apply conditions. How? See, what I'm doing is by field, where here I have list of the fields, either it is dimension or measure. So I am selecting sales, and there is a grand aggregation applying on that. Sum of sales greater than, let's say, 100K. Or what I can say is uh, profit. There is profit. Okay, profit, sum of profit is greater than 0. Okay, means they are
Okay.
profitable subcategories, or sum of
Okay.
profit less than 0, those are incurring losses for us. So you
Loss
can figure out them.
categories. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
And I apply this thing, and if you look at it, it is select. I mean, here is the summary. So you can select it, you can apply, you can go to navigate it to there again. Okay,
Okay.
and here there are nothing like that. So it is avoiding all the things. So what we can say is greater than. Okay,
So what does the by formula mean?
yeah, I will tell you. Okay, so you understand this, right? So let us go with
Yes.
sales only. I mean, here you can simply understand it. If I put it as sales, what I will do is 100K. Okay, see, there are more
Okay.
values here. As soon as I say 100K, what happen? Are we okay? Yeah, sorry, it is applying 100K on the category. Let me take subcategory. So I'm applying sum of sales greater than 100k. Okay, is it 100k? Yeah.
Okay.
So it will show me only those subcategories which are more than 100k.
More than 100K.
Okay,
Okay.
did you get that?
Yes.
So that's how you can apply conditions also. Or what you can here it will show you the range of values. So what is the minimum value for sales for a subcategory and what is the maximum sales for a subcategory. So it is showing these values. So while applying this limit, you can load these values and it will be helpful to apply relevant values for you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's how you can manage. So there are more things. Let's say I want to know where sales is more than 100k and profit is more than 10k.
Okay.
Then what, how do I manage here? By field I cannot, so you can go with formula. Sum of
Okay.
sales greater than 100k and sum of sales, sorry, profit greater than, I'm not sure whether 10k works or not. Let me try. Okay. Yeah, there.
Okay.
So it is filtering out further, right?
It did not buffer. Okay. Yeah.
It did. See, I will remove this.
No, because I was not able to see the screen.
Yeah, yeah. I will remove this. With this, there are more subcategories,
Yes.
right? Let me do one thing. I will create a separate sheet for that. Sum of sales greater than 100k. Okay. So if I apply sum of sales greater than 100k, it is listing all the subcategories. If I say 100k and profit is more than 10k, it is listing these subcategories,
Okay.
right? So if I want to
Mm.
apply condition on more than one field or if I want to apply any complex condition, I can use this thing by formula. I can apply any other like if does a profit ratio is more than 10% or not, like that also. Okay,
Okay.
did you follow?
So yeah, I get that.
Okay,
So
so
here, what else can we do as a formula? Just the sum, or
you can do anything.
okay, and or just the Boolean expressions, or
You can do
all the SQL queries that we use?
you can do a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the place where we use SQL. Is this the only place, or
No,
is
no.
there any other?
There is more like calculate. Mostly we will use calculated fields.
Okay.
Okay, in calculated while creating calculated fields, we will use this kind of formulas expressions. We will use that calculated field most often
Okay.
because that is reusable.
Okay.
Okay, so that is about applying by formula. Let me copy this, and now there are more. There is more option. Let's say top. Okay, so now I would like to get only top 5 subcategories by sales. Now what happens? See here I have applied some sales and the aggregation is sum. I can change the aggregation also. If I want to compute average, I can do average. Okay. Now I have
Yeah.
choose top 5 subcategories with sales. So it is showing me top 5 subcategories with sales, and I can do more.
Okay.
See, not only sales, I can apply this function with this formula on profit also. Here in this view I have sales, but I can apply on profit. Now there are, I mean, different subcategories if I choose by profit. Did you notice?
Okay. Yeah.
See,
The screen is actually a bit slow. And
Oh, there is lag, is it?
yes,
Voice is clear.
yes, voice is clear. I
Oh,
mean, even the voice is fading out a bit, but that's okay. I'm able to follow.
okay. Okay. See, if I choose sales, it is showing accessories, binders, chairs, phones, storage.
Okay,
If I let me copy. If I apply by profit, it is showing different. Yeah.
just a second. Okay, okay. It's
Okay.
showing chairs.
Yeah. If I choose by sales, it is showing storage. If I choose this thing, it is showing copiers.
Okay,
First three are common.
okay, yeah,
Okay, now it is applying filter on the profit, not on sales in this case,
okay, yeah,
like that. So you can
okay,
apply top function, and similarly you can apply top function using a expression also by formula.
okay,
Okay, just like here. Okay, let's say profit
okay, yeah, yeah,
something. Let's say sum of profit divided by sum of sales. Okay,
yeah,
I am choosing not by profit, by profit ratio and top 5.
okay,
See,
okay.
there are
So,
different.
what does this lead to give? What does this say?
I didn't get you.
Uh, what is the condition we are trying to apply?
Yeah, here this is the condition, right? Profit
Yeah,
ratio.
I get that. But, and when you make it into words, like
So you can
what does the client need in this situation? What is he asking for?
okay,
Profit
you
by
can ask
sales.
for top 5 subcategories in terms of profit ratio.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, yeah,
so you can choose either by field or by formula. If you can go with by field, you can go with it. If you cannot use it, if you want to compute more advanced thing, you can choose by formula.
okay.
Okay,
Where we are able to use more than one field.
yeah, and let's say not only top, what you can do is bottom also. You can get
Oh, okay.
least profit also. See,
Least profit.
this is top profit. I mean profit profit ratio. These are least profit ratio,
Okay, yeah.
right? So likewise,
Okay, yes.
you can apply top or bottom here also, top or bottom.
Ah, okay, yeah. So top only doesn't need to be top, it can be bottom as
Yeah,
well.
it can be.
You can even get the bottom values as well.
Yes, mostly top 10 and bottom 10 will be. You have to make sure who is gaining profits for you at the same time who is incurring losses for you, right?
Yeah, exactly,
So
yes.
both are important, not only top performers. Poor performers are also important.
Yeah. Okay, that I was saying the heading was only top, so I thought that only we can get the top values,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
won't be able to get the bottom
Yes,
values.
yes. Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So that's about this filters. Just a second, please.
Okay, sure.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. So is that clear? Any questions?
No.
Okay. So that's about using dimensional filters and using various options in filter dialog box. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
However, these values are applicable only. I mean, these options are applicable only if the dimensions are discrete values.
Okay.
What if, let's see. So, mm, takes by state, and or let me take order date, and let me choose by quarter. Okay. Now,
Okay.
let's say if I pull order date to filters, I'm dragging order date to filters. Now there is different pop-up, right? Earlier, if I drag category, if it directly got a dialog box where I can choose multiple options. But here, if I choose a order date, it is different. For dates,
Okay.
we have different options. So here I can choose either it is a relative date or going through a range of dates, or what it should be. Is it
Okay.
at a year granularity where I have to filter? Do I need to filter at a year or for a quarter or for a month? Likewise, there are many options, and I can choose individual dates
Okay.
also. So let us choose range of dates. That is the most frequently used. So that is default, which is in bold. Okay, let us choose range of dates. We'll go through remaining options also. Okay, I choose a range of
Okay.
dates, and next. So here, this is the filter dialog box for date fields.
Okay.
So now what I can do is, see, by default it is range of dates. That's what I have chosen. If I want to switch to relative dates also, I can switch here. There was relative dates option also, right? So yeah, here also I can
Yes.
switch once I get into here. Okay, I can
Okay.
choose either range of dates or relative dates. What is range of dates and what is the relative dates? What is difference between? We'll go through it. Let us say I want to filter.
Relative dates means
Yeah. No,
particular date.
let us go through range of dates first, then we'll come back to relative dates.
Okay.
See, now I am filtering range of dates, and here is the range. I have updated the range. Now, if I okay, it is updating those values, right? It is showing me
Yes.
only those quarters which are falling in between these dates. See, I am
Okay.
filtering
Yeah.
before 2013, and then see, maximum value is 2013 for Q3, right?
Right.
Yeah. So then we'll duplicate this sheet and then edit filter. Let's say I want to instead of range, I want to say give only minimum date, start date. Okay, this is the minimum date I am giving, and from this minimum date,
Okay.
it is going through all the dates which are there in database. I'm giving you
Okay.
a limitation only on the start date, not on the end date,
Okay. Right.
right? And at the same time, I can apply limitation on the end date also,
Okay. Right.
like that. So I can apply multiple options. I can give a range, or I can choose only start date or end date. And there
So
is,
we can even
yeah,
change it later on after the execution. Like we gave the end date for one sheet,
okay.
one of the graph,
Hmm.
and then later on we got an update that we need it not till last month end but even for the till this month end.
Yeah, you can update.
So then again we'll be able to change it
Yes,
and we'll get a new thing.
you can. So in
Okay.
those cases, what do we do use is we will use relative dates.
Okay.
So that's what is the difference. So if I use relative dates and anchor relative to today, or anchor relative to some. I mean, if I don't choose it, if I check it, I can customize the relative date. If I uncheck it, it is as of today or as of yesterday, as of tomorrow, like that. If you select days, okay. If you want
I did
month,
not get it.
it is as of this month. You can choose.
Okay.
So next month there is new set of data for next month. That time also it will consider that month data. You don't need to again change it.
So what is the output that we are getting for this
See,
relative dates?
let's see.
As of this month, what does that mean?
No, it is choosing only this month.
Okay, so the reports like the profits, like if you are saying, okay, again, what profit it's giving us the profit or what else it's giving us?
No, that depends upon whatever you choose.
Okay, yeah, here it is giving sales.
Yes.
Sales of this month.
Yeah, sales of this month it is choosing. So in this case, it is choosing the latest month. It is now September 2016, and it doesn't have data, right?
Okay,
So it has data till
right.
2014 itself. So in that case, what you can do is anchor to
Blank.
2014.
Okay, anchor to 2000.
Anchor to 2014, December 31st. So as of this date, I want a relative date. So from this date, I want uh, previous month or next month or current month or last 3 months, next 3 months, like this month to anchor, like that. So the
Okay,
granularity can be month or quarter, this quarter or last 3 quarters, however I want, and quarter to anchor, like this. It can be
okay, okay.
years, quarters, months, weeks, days. It depends. What is the granularity we need? We can choose that particular granularity. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what happened?
So instead of using granularity, why can't we give a range or why can't we give this thing, what you say,
No,
ending date?
yeah, it is range. See, last 3 months is the range, right?
Yes. Yeah, last 3 months, like instead of giving anchor tag or instead of using relative
Mm-hmm.
um, dates,
Okay.
we can give range of dates instead of that,
Range of dates you can
or
use
we
here.
can, uh, yeah, we can do that. But why do we want to use relative dates
That's what.
when we are able to give the
So
same
range of
range date?
Yeah, range of dates will be considering maximum value as of the current date, latest date in the database. Okay, or of course you can select future dates also, not a big deal. But the thing is, you always, if you want to go through data of latest month, you don't want to look at other data. Range of dates doesn't work in that case, right?
Okay,
So
right.
you can choose relative dates in that case. If you are interested only in latest month data, you can say anchor to month. I mean, and sorry, you have to uncheck this and this month.
Yes.
Okay, if you are sure that the
Yeah.
data will be updated on a frequency, that is a month or a week. Okay, if you don't get the
Okay.
data
Okay.
updated, then you will get null value in this case. If you choose this, because for 2016 September there is no data, so it will give you empty,
None.
right? So like that
Right.
you can. And if you are uh, let's say if your data is for a legacy system, you are not working on a uh, live system, you are working on a legacy system, then you can anchor to this thing, anchor dates. Okay.
What does the legacy system mean?
Sorry.
I don't know what is legacy system.
No, legacy is old.
Older system.
If you are working with old data, legacy data, if you are
Okay.
working with the
Okay.
latest data, you can uncheck this,
Okay. Right.
right, like that. Okay. If you are not interested in latest data and interested in from some date onwards.
Then if I'm using the old data, then I know which dates I want. Then probably I'll go for range of dates instead of going for anchor relative.
Yeah, you can use that one also. But the thing is, let's say, mm, let me give you a good example. Let's say you want a future date, 2015, okay, March 31st, okay. So for that,
Okay.
you want from that future dates onwards, you want last 6 months data.
Okay.
Now, this month I have till 2014 December. Next month, from here onwards, again there will be next data, right? I mean, next month, January 2015 data,
Yeah.
and along with October, November, December, like that.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So likewise,
Okay.
you can use it, and this one, let me copy it. Oops. Okay. Did I clear the information or what? I hope so.
No, you selected
Okay.
filter
Yes,
on that.
yes, fine. Okay, fine. Now there is another thing. So during our analysis, let's say if the date field contains some null values,
Okay.
do I need to exclude null values, or I want to consider null values also, or I want to only deal with non-null values? You can choose.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to figure out only sales for null dates, okay, where date is not available, you can select this.
Okay.
If you want to know sales for all non-null days, you can choose this. All the null values will be excluded.
Okay.
Okay, so like that. Usually it will be all dates, and whenever you are using all other things, usually it will be all dates.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how you can manage different things, different options in the this thing, date filter. Okay,
Okay.
and then uh, let's take sales and by state. Okay, so you have applied filters on dimensions so far, when it is categorical value and when it is date field, date type, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what you can do is you can apply filters on measure also. See, I am dropping sales into filters.
Okay.
Okay, are you there?
Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Your voice is a bit low.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
you can apply formula here. See, I can apply sum of sales, and here is a range where sum of sales is within this range. Okay.
Okay.
I will
Okay.
get only those states for which sum of sales is within this range,
Okay.
like this, right?
Okay.
And the similar
Yeah.
thing we can also get it by applying a state filter and applying this thing, right? Condition,
Yeah.
right? But that sum of sales is applied only for state. Let's say you have a, I mean, if you let me give you a better example. I will take order date. Okay, if sum of sales,
Okay.
okay, so Let me take. Yeah, okay, let us keep it. So sum of sales is less than some value. Okay, now it will get eliminated, this field, because it is more than 700k. We choose 621k, right? So here I have applied one this thing, and let's say I have changed the granularity. I am drilling down from year to quarter. Okay, hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, now the granularity of the view is different. Still, this will work, right?
Right.
So if I apply measure filter on the measure, then if the granularity of the this thing changes, still it makes sense. If I apply a dimension and condition, then it may be different. Okay, if I
Okay.
apply by choosing year or something like that, then it will be different. We may, I mean, that may work or may not work. Here in this case, the sales is always between this range, either it is year or
Okay.
quarter, like this.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, that's how it is useful. And just like whatever we have discussed earlier, range, it can be range, or it can be at least a minimum value, or at most a maximum value. And null values, you can go through only null values also, where there are no values reported for uh, the transaction.
No sales.
Yeah, I mean, there is a transaction, but by mistake, maybe by chance, it got a null value in the sales field. So you can filter out them
Okay.
using this,
Okay.
like that. Okay.
Okay.
So you can choose here also. You choose to consider null values or not. Okay.
Okay.
Here again, it is another thing. So it will give you only relevant values by considering other filters. If there are any other filters in the sheet, it will consider those filters only. It will give you relevant values. Otherwise, if you want to know all the values, you can choose this, all values in database. Then it doesn't consider any other
Okay.
filter in the view. Okay, by default
Okay.
it is only relevant values by default.
So why do we want to give a filter and choose like all values again? There's no meaning for of giving a filter.
No, let's say you are not sure whether that filter is limiting these values or not. In those cases, you can find by choosing this. You can know without that filter what is this, what are these values. So maybe you can change that filter,
Okay.
right? So whether
Okay.
your filters are applied properly or not, also you can judge. I mean, you can, because it is not a
Oh,
straightforward. The BI is not a straightforward thing. Yeah, maybe you have to do back and forth a lot of the times.
okay. So just we can say that we can know the minimum range and the maximum range.
Hmm.
To know that we can use all values and then we can choose like okay
Yeah,
we
when
want
let's say
only certain values
by
only.
considering that filter, what is the range? By ignoring that filter, what is the range?
Okay.
Okay, so you
Okay.
can know how that filter is impacting these values.
Okay.
Okay, so that is about applying filter on by using
Filters.
a measure. Okay,
Okay.
let me copy this, so I can do more things. See, I can choose this one, and I can choose, instead of sum, I can apply average, just like sum. I mean, it is applying average and median, many other things, maximum, minimum, standard deviation, variance, all those things I can apply. Okay,
Okay.
and there is all values. It will give you individual values without applying any aggregation. See, so it is individual transactional sales. It is $0.444 for for a particular record.
Okay. Okay.
It is $22K for particular transaction. If you want to know those transactions which are, let's say, less than $1, you can filter.
Okay.
Okay, like that. So you can apply an aggregation, or without aggregation also you can use the measure filter.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So that is about various ways of filtering using dimensions and using measures. And now,
Measures.
yeah, you measure filters. There are more options. Let's say, I mean, you are using these filters, right? You are using these filters, right? But sometimes you may want to apply same filter. uh, you realize it later on that you have to apply, let's say, region filter for all the sheets.
Okay.
Then what I can do is I can apply region central. Okay, I'm interested in central, all the sheets. So what I can do is, instead of dropping region on each and every sheet and choosing a central, what I can do is I can select on apply to worksheets.
Okay.
Here I can choose to apply to all the worksheets, or I can choose to select apply it only for the selected worksheets.
Better worksheets.
Right.
Okay.
So here in this case,
Yeah.
I'm applying to sheet 5, sheet 6. Okay.
Okay.
See, there is a different symbol here. So it makes, I mean, it will tell you that this particular filter is applied to specific sheets.
Apply to specific sheets.
Okay. Then go to 5, it is there. Go to 6, it is there. But for 4, it is not there.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can again revoke that only to this worksheet. It is not there. But those filters, wherever we have applied, they will not be removed. You have to remove them manually. See. Okay.
Okay.
You have to remove them manually. Okay. Just like that, you can apply to all the worksheets also using this data source. Only using this data.
Okay.
If within the same workbook there are some sheets which are not using this data source, it is possible. We will work with multiple data sources also. That time, let's say this data source is not used in a particular worksheet. In that case, applying this filter for that worksheet may not make sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Not may not. It doesn't make sense, right? So
But we don't get that option. It won't show that worksheet if it is not in that workbook.
no, if I say all using, no, it is there in the workbook, but it is not using this data source. It is using some other data source within this workbook.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That
Okay, in
makes
that case,
sense. Yeah.
it won't be, this filter won't be applicable to those things. It is applicable to only those worksheets which are using this data source.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That is
Yes.
about applying. You can share the filters to various worksheets. Okay, so
Okay. Yeah. Get it.
yeah, tell me.
Yeah. I got it.
Okay, so here what I will do is apply to some worksheets 5 and 6. Okay, for your reference later. Then there are more options. Like, let's say, what I want to do is I want to uh, I'm applying various things, and I'm trying to figure out various things. Every time what happens is, when I choose a filter, it is going to execute it, right? It is going to execute each and every time, and that
Yes.
order may degrade the performance, right? So
Okay.
what I can do is, let us say I have some indexes on central on region. Okay, if I have some
Okay.
index on region, what I can do is add to context. Okay, so if I say add to context, what happens is first this particular field, first this particular central filter is applied. Hello.
Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and first this particular central field will be applied, and only then all the relevant remaining filters will be applied on the result set.
Okay,
Okay,
but
so that's how I can choose context filters. It will create a
I did not get the use of it. I did not understand what's the use of it.
I mean all the I mean first it will apply that filter, and on the result set, whatever result set it will give us, remaining filters will be working on that result set, not on the entire database.
Okay, so normally it works on the entire database.
Yeah, each and every filter will be working on entire database.
Like right now we have
Right now we have
region and one more
subcategory.
subcategory.
Yeah.
So right now we have two filters in the filter section.
Yes,
So then again, is it not giving us the central region and also the category that we have ticked?
it is.
It's
But
doing
it is,
it is doing that.
yeah, but both the filters are applied on database.
Okay, 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 okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
both
I
the
get
filters
the
are applied
reference.
on
Yeah.
the database. And now here, if I added this to context, first it will apply filter region filter on the database. Then whatever results we get from that, it will apply subcategory filter.
Okay, yeah.
The filter will be on the result, not on the database.
So I have a small doubt over here.
Yeah.
Uh, as we are saying that it is applying filters on the data set database.
Hmm.
Uh, so are we getting the subcategory that we ticked, which is not even in the central region? We selected the region to be
No, no,
central.
no, no, no,
So
no, no.
so again that is however it is happening, we are getting the same result in either case.
Yes, result wise it is same, but performance wise it will be better. The order, it will go by
Performance.
order.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's say there is
Okay.
index on region. You can say you can get the results from by applying on region, and subcategory. If there is no index, it will be poor, right? The performance will be poor. So in this case, it
Yes.
will be applied on the result set.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's say add to context. So it is applied gray. So
Yes.
if it is a context filter, it will be in gray color. Here there are no these things as per our range.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have to remove something. Uh, sum of sales is greater than 100K, right? So there is no
Yes.
this thing, which is sum of sales is more than 100K. So it is resulting
So
nothing.
it's not clear over here.
I changed it to 10K.
Okay.
Now I changed it to 10K. It is showing me those subcategories which are less than or greater
10.
than 10K,
Yeah.
right? Greater than 10K
Yeah.
within this region. Now
Okay.
the result is applied on the result are out of central region.
Okay. Yes.
It is like if you are familiar with RDBMS, it is like applying a filter on central and pulling all the data into a temp table, and the further filter of subcategory is on the temp table, not on the original table.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's how it works. I mean, if you are familiar with
Uh,
RDBMS.
yeah. I'm a bit
Okay.
familiar with it.
Okay. So that is about context filters. Okay. So
Okay.
this is one type. There is one more type. See, here we have in the data source page, we have another filters here. Okay. Here it is data source filters. I can apply some this thing, order date, and say choose year. I can apply 2013 and 14. So this filters will be applied for all the sheets which are using this particular data source. See, now it is between, okay, let me change, or we will take a new sheet. See, it is giving only 2013 and 14 because I have applied data source filter. You can edit, let's say 2012, then it is showing 2012, 13, 14, like this. Okay, hello.
The last thing I did not get it.
So it is data source filter. You can apply filters at a data source level itself. I mean, so far we were
Okay.
discussing filters at a sheet level, right?
On the
Whatever
fields.
filter I have
Oh,
applied
here also it is
for
on
that
the.
particular sheet, even though it is kind of context filter, it is only for this particular sheet. It is not applicable for other
Okay.
sheets,
Okay, right.
right? If you want to apply at a data source level, you can apply here itself using
Okay.
data source filters.
Okay.
Okay, so that is how it is. And here is the order of the filters. There are too many types of filters, and there should be an order, right? Otherwise, how it is executed. So here it is. So we have discussed about extract filters, right? In the while discussing this thing, file types, extra TDE. While creating TDE
Yeah.
file, I have applied extract filter. Here,
Okay. Yeah.
see, this is extract filter. Here I can apply extract. This is data source filter.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that is extract filter. Extract filter is given first importance, then data source filters, then it is context filters, then dimension filters, and then measure filters. That is how the priority will be.
Okay.
Okay, so if you apply multiple things, let's say dimension filter and measure filter, first dimension filter is applied on the result set, then measure filter is applied. The priority, if I apply
Okay. Okay.
measure filter will not be applied given as high priority. This is the priority order of priority.
So this is at the data source level or this is at the sheet level?
It doesn't, I didn't get you. So I mean these
So we have
two things are at data source level.
extract is the
Extract
data
filters and
source,
data source
data source
filters are
filter,
applied at a data source level.
data source
These
level.
three are sheet level.
Context filters,
Context filter,
sheet level. Oh,
dimensions, and measure filters are at sheet level.
okay. At sheet level, if we are having both the dimension and measure filters, the priority will be given to dimension and then later on measure.
Yeah, if context filters is there, first priority goes to context filters, then dimension filters.
Okay, right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Any
Yeah,
question?
got it. No.
Okay, cool. Okay, we will conclude it here. I will send
Okay.
the details. I mean, I will send you this workbook,
Okay.
and don't forget to practice it and finish it by tomorrow.
Definitely. I have to do it by tomorrow night or at least by Saturday night.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I have jobs. So probably by Saturday night I'll finish off everything.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye bye.